Well, it looks like I'm back on here to talk about the Coonstress yet again. This is probably the most I've talked about her in such a repetitive, like in a rotation like this. I don't think I've ever done this before, but like I told y'all, whenever this woman slips up, I'm gonna be right there to not only make sure she has continued to fall, but to also make sure that I'm laughing at her at the same time. Now, the last time I talked about her, it was talking about how she had a sudden illness and all this crap and everything like that, and how she didn't believe that it was moving. And of course she has to go with that because of the narrative that she has put out there over the course of time, over the course of the last year more specifically. Well, you know that some places require that you have to take a WUVIT test, and apparently I guess one of the places that she went was a requirement, so she was going to indeed take it. People were clowning her about that, by the way. And then it leads to a tweet that she made. Now, I can't pull the tweet up because I have blocked the Coonstress. Now, you're probably saying, how is it that I'm able to see her tweets, but I have her blocked? Well, every time this woman trends on Twitter, if you have a Twitter account, you'll know what I'm talking about. Every time this woman trends on Twitter, it's usually for something negative. Something she said, and people take it and they pretty much do what they want with it. And this is where this comes in. So someone actually tagged me in the post. That's actually how I found it out. They tagged me in the post, and she was saying how she had to take a WUVIT test and how they were telling her that they wouldn't allow her to take it and all this type of stuff, and that she was going to run the Instagram live and do a live about it. I swear this woman likes to tell people, especially black people, not to be a victim, but she does this all the time. She makes herself out to be a victim all the time. That's why I cannot take her seriously. Just like with that video that Larry Elder and Sean Clanity, when he was talking about racism and how racism doesn't exist, but then he co-signs what Sean Clanity said about what was written about him being racist. They only claim something is happening to them and only them, as if they're the only ones in the world, as if they're the only ones that inhabit this earth. So she got this notice because a lot of people didn't think that what she was saying was real, because she's a drama queen. She does things for attention. But this is indeed real. This is an actual email that she got from the company, and it's from a woman by the name of Susanna Lee. It was dated August 31st, 2021 at 4:46 p.m. And it says, subject, appointment cancellation. I've just learned of this testing request. As the owner of this business, I'm going to refuse this booking and deny service. We cannot support anyone who has proactively worked to make this pandemic worse by spreading misinformation, politicizing and discouraging the wearing of masks, and actively dissuading people from receiving life-saving vaccinations. The only local testing option is the free kiosk by City Hall. They mail their tests to Texas and have inconsistent result times. Do not take appointments, so it's walk-in only middays, weekdays in their back alley. My team and myself have worked overtime to exhaustion, unpaid and underpaid this past year, spending our own capital to ensure that our community remains protected. It would be unfair to them and to the sacrifices we have all made this year to serve you, Susanna. And that's what it came from. So she was trying to take a private test. And I think I know why she was doing it, because she didn't want people to know that she was taking it. And now, because it's public, now she's gonna, if she does take it, she's gonna have to take it publicly where people can actually see her. See, this is the kind of person she is. This is the kind of person she is. She doesn't want to be out and about around people that she doesn't like, that she doesn't know or like. More so the latter than the former, that she doesn't like. Because she just comes off as this person that has an air about herself where she feels she is above many people, and that she shouldn't be seen around certain individuals, especially if they black, because she already feels that she's above us. She feels we are way beneath her. But I thought this was very interesting. Like, she tried to take a private WUVIT test, but they were saying, no, we can't give service to you because of the stuff you said over the past year. And they have every right to. Why? Because this is a private company. So they have the right to not give her any service. And I saw people in the comments or in some of the threads, and some of them were buried, but I saw some of them saying that, well, they're just going to make it worse, because I understand if y'all don't like her or anything like that, but it's going to make it worse. No, this has nothing to do with them not liking her. Nothing in this notice said anything about not liking her. It's the fact that, like they said, she's been spreading misinformation, politicizing and discouraging the wearing of masks, and actively dissuading people from receiving the vaccinations, which she has been doing. And no one can lie and say that she hasn't. She can't even lie and say that she hasn't. I mean, she'll lie and say that she has, but nothing that she came out of her mouth is a lie. Now she's lying about that. But she has been doing that. She just said in another tweet before this one came out that I talked to my other Triple P that she's went to all these places, didn't take the test, didn't wear a mask, didn't have the scene. Did she not say that? She's basically saying I did all of this. And also she said I slept next to my husband and he had it and I didn't get it. She said that amongst other things. And the reason I'm saying those two is because those two she's recently said. So take all of that. They have every right to not give her any service. And they even gave her instructions of where she could go. Now it's up to her whether she goes or not. Now, like I said, some places require that you will have to have like a negative test or whatever the case may be. So she's going to have to bite the bullet and do it. I'm telling you, she's about this close to taking that scene. She probably doesn't want to, but she's very close to it. I wouldn't be surprised if she did take it already. I would not be surprised. But yeah, this woman, like I said, she's a whole clown. She is a whole circus clown, a whole circus act. Is more like it. That's all she is. She is the court jester of the highest degree. So like I said, she said she ran to her Instagram. I don't follow her on there. She said she went to her Instagram and went live to whine and complain about it. Like that's going to do any good. Because like I said, people were going in on her on Twitter, and they still are. As a matter of fact, she's trending right now as I speak. She's she's number 2 trending in the world underneath another tropical storm that's about to come behind Ida. She's number 2. Every time the word or the name Candace is trending, I already know it's about her. And I was like, I'm sitting here saying to myself, oh God, what does she do or say now? And it's about this because it says Candace trending with Susanna, Nobel Prize. And who name do we see at the bottom of this? Susanna, or at the top, Susanna Lee. But this woman is outrageously ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. But this is, again, I feel absolutely nothing. I feel absolutely nothing. So shout out to Susanna Lee and her company for basically closing the door on her. And don't feel bad if people say that you're wrong for doing it, because you're not. If you're a privately owned company, you have the right to refuse her service, especially if she has been a hindrance for a long time. And she has. Now, when it comes to the scene, it is what it is. Like, you on your own with that one. But when it comes to everything else, she's definitely been spreading misinformation like crazy. It's amazing that she's still even online. But, oh well. Y'all let me know what y'all think.